Hello friends! So this is actually going to be my second time recording this because my premiere was being a little funny and I am not observant, but I digress. So hello, it is 2020. I'm editing this on Valentine's Day. I'm not exactly sure when it's going to go up yet because I'm kind of like bulk editing some videos. Well, they're already edited. I'm just adding voiceovers to all of them. And then I have to make thumbnails, but I'm actually leaving in about 15 minutes to go to my, not my first convention of the year, but my first convention of the year that I was actually supposed to be at, because I went to OhioCon very last minute. Got my table there like Thursday night at 7 p.m. It was great, but I digress. So this is my take on the Decade Art Challenge. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm not 100% happy with it, but you know, you're your own worst critic, and like, who's actually ever like 100% happy with their art and blah 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 blah. But you know, so when I was alive in the year 2010, I was really obsessed with Soul Eater. It is still one of my favorite animes, if not tied for first place with Fruits Basket, which I also have a Fruits Basket video that will be going up soon, but I digress. So I decided to make this my first video of 2020 because, you know, it's the Decade Challenge and whatnot. So I took this picture off my DeviantArt, and I'll be honest, it was really hard to like find a good piece to use for this, because when I was that age, which I was 13, I was 12/13 I think, and at that time in my art career, if you will, I was tracing a lot and using bases a lot, and you know, probably shouldn't have posted that stuff online, probably should have given proper credit, but you know, if you're gonna trace stuff, do it for yourself and maybe don't show it and take credit for it. But I will say that like tracing when I was little did help me get a really good grasp of like anatomy, and so that was cool. But this was one of the only art pieces from that time I could find that wasn't traced or a base, and all of the artwork that I did in 2009 were, which is part of the reason why I picked a 2010 art piece versus a 2009 art piece. But I was very obsessed with Soul Eater, and I liked to draw like in the style of Soul Eater when I drew, so I have a good chunk of pieces that are me like trying to imitate the Soul Eater style. The original piece was done with Paint Tool Sai, which like I loved Paint Tool Sai when I had it, but unfortunately it doesn't work on my Mac. I don't really remember why, but I have Illustrator and Adobe now because I had to get the Creative Cloud when I went to art school for college. But now I do 99.99999% of my drawing in Procreate on my iPad. So that's great. So this drawing right now that you're watching is what I did in Procreate, which why if you think it looks a little choppy, it's because Procreate will automatically record your strokes, and it doesn't actually like screen record the drawing. And since it just records the strokes, the videos are always very quick, so I slowed it down a lot so that I could actually like have content that was longer than like a minute and 20 seconds long, you know. But basically there's things I like and things I don't like about my 2019 recreation, which by the way, I did it on December 31st. And had I had more time, I probably would have tweaked it a bit more, but I was like busy and shouldn't have been doing this in the first place. And then on top of that, I was literally like 10 minutes away from the end of the decade, and I was like, I gotta post this online so I can do my Decade Challenge. So, you know. But yeah, I pre-recorded or pre-edited a lot of videos, which is so easy because if I go into Procreate and I just draw something, I don't even have to intend for it to be a video for me to still have that recording, that speed paint. So expect a lot more from me in the future, but maybe don't get your hopes up too high. But that was my decade challenge. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to subscribe, maybe leave a comment, and I will see you soon. Thanks!